In our special series, Addicted, Fox 17 News is investigating the pandemic within the pandemic, all of those suffering from addiction while battling isolation and anxiety for more than a year now. Fox 17 News' Kathleen Jacob tonight looking into this issue for months and showing us how one Tennessee recovery center is working now to reach millions.
You may recognize Adam Comer from other stories we've done on the opioid crisis. He's pastor and CEO of S2L Recovery, a Christ-based addiction recovery center in rural Cannon County.
What we're dealing with is deadly. And if we shut our doors, we know people will die.
He's not talking about COVID-19, but the pandemic within the pandemic that's grown exponentially since the world shut down.
When we're in lockdown and we're distancing from people and we're trying to isolate and things like that, that's the enemy for addiction.
And it's backed up by scientific research, with almost double the amount of people needing mental health help since before the pandemic started. It's something those in the recovery field saw coming.
There was a fear there even then when we didn't realize how long this was going to go, because I feel like people like you guys who see this on a daily basis just knew how bad, or had an idea, I guess, of how bad this could become. A pandemic in itself.
I mean, the projected numbers and the preliminary numbers, astronomical for 2020. Astronomical suicides, astronomical overdose, alcohol poisonings. It's skyrocketing. So the need during this pandemic for people to go get help was ever present.
It's why S2L Recovery got out of their comfort zone, knowing they needed to reach more people.
During this pandemic, some things just started becoming very popular. You had the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary, the Tiger King documentary, and all of a sudden all of these documentaries started becoming, people really started, and so it started to make sense. Okay, so we became obedient and entering that process.
Obedient to the call to produce The Forgotten Pandemic.
It doesn't get the attention that it needs, and the amount of people who are so succumbing to it, and death, or the families just being ripped apart because of it. And so we're trying to put a light on that and offer hope in that.
Not just highlighting a problem, but also that there's a solution and hope, hoping to save lives from succumbing to this pandemic within a pandemic.